style. Their jeans have dynamic stretch technology to provide absolute flexibility. They are probably the most comfortable jeans you'll ever wear. Head on over to montenbauer.com for the perfect balance of fit, style, and comfort.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. 72 hours later, and I still smell like I just stepped out of the shower. Thanks, Mando.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
Force Factor Creatine Gummies build muscle and strength, improve recovery, and boost cognitive function. Why? Force Factor Creatine Gummies contain 5 grams of clinically studied creatine monohydrate in each delicious serving. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Creatine Gummies.
That moment you walk in the office and people are wearing the same gear, you feel a sense of connectedness and belonging right away. And our shirts from Custom Ink help bring us together.
We make it easy to wow all your groups with high-quality custom apparel and promo products, all backed by our guarantee at customink.com.
Back here in Nashville, we've got Arizona and Houston coming up after our second SEC semifinal Big 12 championship game. Checking quickly with that with some updates.
Okay, news-wise around college basketball, we'll start with Houston tonight. They'll again be without star big man Juwan Roberts. He has a sprained ankle. I was told he should be back for the NCAA tournament, and this is largely precautionary. I was told there's, quote, almost no swelling or discoloration in that sprained ankle. So look for Juwan Roberts to return for the Cougars once the tournament starts. There's a little more ambiguity around Cooper Flagg. We know he will not play in the ACC title game tonight against Louisville. His status will loom over the NCAA tournament next week, whether or not he's ready to play in Duke's 116 game on Thursday or Friday. Finally, Reese, 2 big firings today. First, Kyle Neptune out at Villanova, 3 seasons, no NCAA tournaments. Tough sledding following Jay Wright. Look for that job to be one of the big storylines parallel to this NCAA tournament. And just a few minutes ago, Reese, our Jeff Borzello reported that Kevin Kruger is out at UNLV. He was there 4 seasons with no NCAA tournaments. That's obviously a tradition-rich program looking to reboot.
All right, Pete, thank you. Alabama and Florida coming up in just a few minutes. LeBaron Feinlein was just sensational against Kentucky last night. Under 7.5 minutes until tip-off between the Crimson Tide and the Gators.
Oh, not again. The Chuck Blimp is back, baby.
Uh-oh, Chuck. Someone's ball hogging our airspace.
It's showtime. Magic. Let's settle this. Blimp on blimp.
Chuck souped up the blimp, earned double miles with the Capital One Venture card.
Bling, bling. Oh, Magic Championship rings are blinding.
Well, deploy our rings.
We don't have rings. Okay, I get it.
Dunk it, Chuck!
That's a foul. That was a clean block. Next time, I'm staying on the bus.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Easy. Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby and text it to Luca.
Find it real quick. Send it to the click. This is sick.
Kinder Chocolate presents kids' reactions at their first bite.
It smells good. And it has crowns on top of the tips.
Crafted for kids, loved by all. Kinder Chocolate. Try it today.
It's Kubota Orange Days, now through June 30th. Get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details and find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
The Gators making their way out onto the floor. Bridgestone Arena inside 5 minutes until tip-off. This Florida team seeded second in the SEC. They've been ascending, improving. They beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa on senior night and really controlled things up front, particularly Alex Condon.
Yeah, Condon had 27 points, 10 rebounds in their last matchup. And
Seth, them getting offensive rebounds, I think it's going to be something that can be critical because that's where they also get a lot of three-point shots off of. And I'm going to tell you, the trio of guards might be the best trio of guards in the country for Florida.
Yeah, to me, this game's going to come down to who can guard the other team's guards, who can keep the ball in front, guard their yard so that you don't have to rotate and force a contested shot, and check it out and get out in transition. If you can't guard the ball in this game, you cannot play in this game because the elite level perimeter game in this game is next level, whether it's Philon, whether it's Sears, whether it's Clayton, whether it's Richard, whether it's Elijah Martin. That's a big-time backcourt matchup.
Well, also, you guys think about it, Clifford Moore is going to need to show and hedge on all those ball screens because those guards for Florida can shoot. And also, I really think the missing link sometimes to Alabama going to next level and being consistently there to win a championship is Grant Nelson. I think there's some times when he's on the court, he's really good and he creates impact on both sides of the ball. And other times, Seth, it feels like he'll have a good stat line, but he doesn't have the same impact.
And that's the matchup with Condon. I mean, like, that matchup is a game within a game because Condon's versatility is going to put Grant Nelson defending all over the floor. Here's the concern for me with this Alabama team. Alabama at times, not as committed defensively. Alabama at times, people top block them. What I mean by that is they play above Sears, play loose on the bigs that can't shoot it, and make it hard. Now, he had 30 the last game. Let's see what happens to that. Can he replicate that?
He didn't have a great shooting night against Kentucky last night, but I'll tell you, a couple of guys, Grant Nelson drove the ball against Auburn, and last night, really for one of the few times this year, Jaron Stevenson drove the ball against Kentucky. Those are the types of things you're talking about from the guys who are playing that forward position a lot to be able to create some offense and get the defense displaced a little
Stevenson
bit.
and Diabate are really good. He has to create plays and he has to do the dirty work as well.
He's the ultimate X factor, Diabate, because he can defend multiple positions and he can put it on the floor. Stevenson was so key to their Final Four run. He's been very erratic. If he can get consistent, different Alabama team.
Man, it's going to be a game, though. It's going to be a game. Talk about this pace.
Hey, we've been saying it all day since the start of College Game Day this morning. And look, I understand the Final Four is a bigger stage. What we're talking about is having no Cinderellas. Really, not that there's anything wrong with Cinderella, but having national caliber, national title caliber
championship game right here. This is a championship game right here.
As the last one was. Auburn and Tennessee, and now Alabama and Florida. And they're going to tip it off in just over 2 minutes. A great start to the day with Tennessee outlasting Auburn by 5. And now the Gators and the Tide get set to square off in the second semifinal.
Welcome to Champ Week presented by Principal. You're watching the SEC tournament here on ESPN. First team All-SEC performer Mark Sears leading the Alabama Crimson Tide into semifinal number 2 against Todd Golden's Florida Gators. These are two of the most potent offensive teams in the nation, and they are both legitimate threats to cut down the nets when this season is all said and done in San Antonio. It is Alabama and Florida in semifinal 2, but we got to go back for just a moment to semifinal number 1. What a battle it was between Tennessee and Auburn. Zakai Ziegler and friends are moving on after a hard-fought 70-65 win over the regular season champions, the Auburn Tigers. Hi, everybody, and welcome again inside Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville. Dan Schulman and Jay Billis, we kind of refueled a little bit. Needed to do that before game 2. What a first game that was.
That was high-level competition. Both teams went at each other for 40 minutes, and I was really impressed with Tennessee and how together they were in that fight. They would not get screened. All 5 volunteers rebounded every possession like their lives depended on it, and playing for Rick Barnes, maybe they did. But I actually thought that the Tennessee guards outplayed the Auburn guards. Yeah. And that's saying something because Auburn's guards are first rate. What a fantastic basketball game.
And if you like offense, have you come to the right place? How about this one?
Well, this game's going to be a track meet because Alabama leads Division I in scoring over 90 points a game, and Florida is not far off. Florida has some of the best passing bigs and offensive rebounding bigs in the country. And when these two teams played, a week or 10 days ago in Tuscaloosa, Alabama did not do a great job in transition of stopping Florida, and they did not do a great job on the glass. That's got to change if they want to win this one. But talk about great lead guards. Mark Sears for the Crimson Tide, second in the Southeastern Conference in scoring. He's averaging over 20 points a game in SEC play, and also second in assists. And Walter Clayton Jr., he's always been a bucket getter, but this year a much improved defender as well.
When they met 10 days ago, you did the game. 99-94 Florida in Tuscaloosa. We should expect more of the same in terms of the points scored in this one. Let's go to Jess Sims.
Coach, you played this Alabama team just 10 days ago. What are the keys to getting another win today?
I think, we won that last game because we rebounded really well. I thought we were good at getting to loose balls. Pretty good job taking care of it. I think those little things are going to determine the winner tonight.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
They both had outstanding seasons. The Gators 28-4, 14-4 in the league, the 2 seed in this tournament. Alabama 25-7, 13-5 in the league, and the 3 seed in this tournament. These are both teams that, if they play their best, can be the last team standing when it's all said and done. Underway, and it's the Tide who win the tip.
What a matchup. Elijah Martin guarding Mark Sears. Elijah Martin, a great on-ball defender.
Grant Nelson, good matchup with Alex Condon. Cliff Amore to Sears. The pass back through his legs, and it'll be over to the Gators.
Great read of that pass by Walter Clayton Jr. coming over from the weak side.
Oh, look at the Florida lineup. You could make a case for a few different teams, but does any team in the country have a better backcourt than Richard, Martin, and Clayton? And the big guys are terrific too. Florida has really good depth, and they could beat you so many different ways.
One of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. You've got to lay a body on someone and fight.
Will Richard lays it in, and Florida scores first.
Just off that handoff action, and Ruben Chinyelu screens off Cliff Amore. He screens help better than any big guy in America.
Amore got a beautiful feed from LeBaron Philon and was fouled on his way to the rim.
Take a look at number 9, Ruben Chinyelu, right under the basket. On this handoff, getting downhill, he screens off Amore, so he can't get quite to the shot block opportunity before Will Richard gets to the 10.
Amore at the line for the Tide, a transfer from Rutgers, averaging 7.5 points, almost 7 rebounds per game. Both teams very deep. They go to the bench and they bring in guys who can help you win games in so many different ways. And the pace at which both like to play is just fantastic. This should be a great game.
Well, Alabama likes to shoot a lot of threes, but they get them off penetration. You have to guard the ball, keep them out of the lane.
And Martin just lost the handle, and Clayton couldn't keep it in bounds. Nate Oates, what a job he has done since he's gotten to Tuscaloosa, his 6th year there. He's already won 2 regular season titles and 2 SEC tournament championships as the head coach at Alabama. Won 2 years ago, won 4 years ago.
Alabama has 11 top 25 wins thus far this season, 4 against the top 10. That's remarkable.
Clayton pulls up for 3, around and out. Chinyelu lays it back in.
There's the offensive glass. Condon got a hand on it, and then Chinyelu corralled it under the bucket.